Welcome back. You're watching Monday Special. Our focus tonight has been on domestic violence. Our panelists this evening, Alberta Wambua from the Gender Violence and Recovery Center, Nderitu Njoka of the Maendeleo ya Wanaume, he's the chairman, and of course Elizabeth Odwor, who is a survivor of domestic violence. We've been having an in-depth discussion on the causes, the reasons, and now we're going to go into solutions as we wind up, and we're also going to show you some hotline numbers that you can reach out to if you're having an issue, if you know someone who is as well. We're going to show those numbers to you in just a moment. Many thanks for being with us this evening and for the discussion. We're winding up now. Your final thoughts, Alberta, on solutions and what people should do really if they find themselves in this situation.
I think gender-based violence, the whole management of gender-based violence, it's possible, both in the prevention, we should just work towards ending gender-based violence, both in the prevention bit of it and both in the response bit of it. So as earlier alluded to, we should have like response systems that are accessible to the people, comprehensive, and timely. And both in prevention, you shouldn't just wait and, sit and wait for gender-based violence to happen. We have programs, we have campaigns, we have prevention programs in school and everywhere that we can work towards educating the public and sensitizing ourselves on the same.
Have you seen it make a difference?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. We have like case studies, we have testimonies. We even have a 7-year-old telling a Form 2, for example, that you shouldn't abort. This is where you can seek help, right from primary schools that we've engaged with. So it does happen. And a lot of, for example, corporate, organizations, you go talk to them and even in the villages, and somebody will tell you, we didn't know that was gender-based violence. So part of it sometimes it's out of ignorance. That people want to live sad lives. We all have to want to live bright lives, and see better days.
Mr. Njoka, your thoughts as well.
One, I want to say that this research is wonderful, and this is the kind of researches that will really open up minds and also people to look for solutions, search for solutions. So one, our stand as Maendeleo ya Wanaume organization is that the only solution is gender crisis centers. The government must feel the challenge and also take note of that. Empowerment is also a major challenge on gender, on the rise of gender violence between spouses. So the government should look at the family as a unit, not to look at the family and only see the woman and sideline the man. And that is why even some men have been battered, because maybe they are not financially stable and the woman is financially stable. So another thing is that the government should be on the read. The government should serve its citizens on the read. These issues are not supposed to be dealt with by only well-wishers like Joka and other women. This is an issue of the government, which is supposed to create a ministry like the Ministry of Gender. It should be resurrected to come in and discuss these issues and look for ways and how to streamline gender relations. Because if the family is in tatters, then also the nation is in problems. So it's a high time that the government must feel the challenge and address these issues and also address the root cause of these issues.
Elizabeth, your final words. A lot of people saying how inspired they are by your story. A lot of women stuck in these marriages, some men as well who've written into us. For all of those who are in abusive relationships, they want to walk away, they don't have the courage, they don't know where to start. As someone who's done that, what can you say to them?
Okay, I'd say at some point, you have to speak out. Start with a neighbor. If your neighbor is not listening, there's a sister, there's a brother, there's always a relative somewhere who can listen. Start from there. If it's not working out, then take the next step. Yeah? Maybe to the police or someone in the government. You cannot miss someone who will listen to you and help you. Yeah. Because as for my case, I took the first step, the second, the third. In fact, I took very many steps until I decided now I'm doing this for myself. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Many thanks again to the three of you for just sharing your thoughts. Yes, we agree to disagree sometimes. We're sharing varied views here, but we really do hope that a lot more is done to curb this issue. And one of the ways, like I said, is there are some numbers that you can call. We want to show those on your screen right now. These are some of the numbers that you can call in case you need help. The Gender Violence Recovery Center number is 0713-513-141. That's the hotline number for the Gender Violence Recovery Center. 0713-513-141. So that's one of the contacts. Maendeleo ya Wanaume, that's the number, 0724-024-777, 0724-024-777. And finally, we have FIDA's contact number, 0722 509 760. That's 0722 509 760. These are some of the numbers that you can call. There is help out there for you. We've heard it both from Peter, we've heard it from Elizabeth as well, and Alberta, and of course Mr. Njoka. So that's something, the first step that you can take is actually just reaching out and making that call. We're going to hand it back over to Hussein. I'll join him in just a few moments so that we can wind up. Hussein.
Well, thanks, Janet. Let's sample your comments right now. 22422. Alex, sorry, this is from, it's anonymous really, says, as much as it's not right to beat a woman, what exactly can a man do in a situation where a woman is totally unruly? In other words, you're telling us to walk out of marriage if things are a bit difficult. With all due respect, a real man should instead discipline or instill discipline in his family. Then there's another one says, my wife abuses me verbally daily. I went to report and was asked for evidence. Then the people that I expected to help me laughed instead. We're going to look at we sample some on our Twitter handle, Citizen TV Kenya. Well, as we get ready for that, let's look at more of your SMSs. Oh, we're ready with the tweets now. Let's have a look at them. At Badam Eve says, women do not suffer in silence. You're not objects. Stand up and report any form of violence. At Makodingo again says, even if you are my best friend, I'll have you arrested if you beat up your woman. Kawili Dennis says, there's not even a slight justification to batter your woman. At Evangeline Chow says, no reason is good enough to batter your spouse. The relationship is never the same after. And the last one again at Makodingo. And between ladies, there's nothing like he apologized. Once he's beaten you once, it can only get worse. Take a walk. Well, I don't know how true that is. And Janet now joins me in studio. And of course, Janet, judging from the feedback we've had, it's such a hot topic. And I'll read one more for you. Yeah. Alex Odera from Awendo says, African women, if not beaten, they assume they are not loved. Really?
That's a lot of, surprisingly, Hussein, that's what we're seeing some of the SMSs saying. And a lot of these men are talking about the fact that they're exposed, but they still believe that if a woman isn't beaten, she's not disciplined. Right. Personally, I think it's archaic thinking, and that's something that people need to move away from. Anne from Nairobi said, I was a victim till I left. There is no rationale to the abuse, just chaos. After exposure to studies, I now know it's immaturity. So that's just some of the views that have come, but we truly appreciate the views from all of you and the feedback from our panelists as well, and for participating in this debate. Let's keep the conversation going. That's the only way that we can see a real change, I believe. It starts with talking and telling someone. I'm Janet Boga. Thank you so much for watching Monday Special.
Good night. I'm Hussein Mohammed.